listen, the USCCA is not paying my rent. They're not giving me big money. There's nothing like that. I just calls them like I sees them. But there was one thing I agreed with the criticism of USCCA on, and that was they had this guy who was one of their spokespeople. I think he was like the main guy. I think he was kind of their main spokesman, and his name's Tim Kennedy. And Tim Kennedy, I agree. I don't understand why USCCA ever hired him to begin with. Now, I completely understand the guy is a legit veteran. He's a Special Forces veteran. He was a Green Beret in the Army. I'm sure he's great pulling a trigger, and fundamentally, he was in combat, and I'm sure he's a great instructor, et cetera, et cetera. But I'll be honest with you, he always just kind of struck me as a douchebag, and I never really liked him. So I just kind of stayed away and said, whatever. Didn't really affect my opinion on USCCA. I just didn't really think that was who they should have, gotten as a spokesperson. He just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. But whatever, a lot of people rub me the wrong way, and I'm sure I rub a lot of people the wrong way. I mean, it is what it is. But then more started to happen. He was in an interview, Tim Kennedy was in an interview, and said some pretty he made some comments that you don't want to make when you're representing a company that defends guns and lobbies on behalf of guns and educates people who are instructors and that sort of thing. Do we have that? We have that clip? Let's play the clip.
Yeah, I think about it all the time.
Yeah.
And then we think about what the solution is. That's what I think about. When was the last time
you said gun control?
Yeah, I believe gun control is a massive solution.
Good.
I do not think that.
I didn't expect you to say that.
I don't think a 19-year-old kid should have access to an AR-15. I don't think, he should be able to buy a pistol. Fortunately, he can't. But if you can't buy a pistol, how can you buy a semi-automatic AR? Mm-hmm. That doesn't make sense to me.
Okay, great. That's not if you're a gun company of any kind, if you're in the gun world, that's not what you want your person saying. Now, it's not just as simple as Tim Kennedy's anti-gun. If you talk to some guy at work and you took him to the range and you shot your Glock and now he wants a Glock, but he's not so sure about ARs. He doesn't know if anybody should have an AR. The guy at the water cooler, is he anti-gun? Not really, right? He's kind of going through his journey. But this guy, Tim Kennedy, is actually the face of USCCA, and he's making those kind of comments. Like, that's not what you want. That is not who you want out in front. We certainly completely disagree with the gun ban he was suggesting, the age-based ban that he was suggesting, and then just the general idea that gun control is the solution. Some other things that happened with Tim, he I'm not going to go into detail on this because I just don't understand and I don't have enough knowledge around it. But he had made some comments about some awards or some recognition. I don't know the exact proper term, but some of the medals that he won while he was in or was awarded when he was in the Army didn't quite match up. What the description he gave didn't quite match up, and a bunch of people jumped on him. It was people that were already looking for a reason to jump on him, but he legitimately said some things that were not accurate about his service record, and that rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. So you got all this happening, and the USCCA thing's getting all fired up, and I even put it out there to USCCA, in a conversation and said, yeah, I think you should get rid of them. Not that they're going to listen to me, but here's what happened last week. The company Staccato. Are you familiar with Staccato, you guys?
I've heard of it.
Staccato, it used to be STI. STI made like these competition guns.
Right.
And one of the reasons, STI was like the first to say, hey, we're not selling in California after they put the roster in. They said it just doesn't make financial sense. Well, they went through a little bit of a rebrand. Now they're Staccato. And I think I don't know if it was at SHOT or it was right around SHOT, but they put out a video that featured Tim Kennedy. It didn't even feature him. It was so short, but he was in it. And it backfired greatly. We got that video. Let's play it real quick.
Let me tell you about my best friend. He's a warm-hearted person who loved me till the end. People, let me tell you about my best friend. He's a one-boy cuddly toy, my up, my down, my pride and joy. People, let me tell you about him. He's so much
That was it. That was all they featured was him. What was that? All of about 3 seconds.
If that.
And Staccato took it on the chin. They were viciously attacked in the comments section. I mean, they absolutely ripped him apart to the point where they took the video down.
Wow.
But there were a bunch of. It was an opportunity for a bunch of other companies to go in the comments section and distance themselves from Tim Kennedy. And for example, USCCA fired him. He's no longer a representative of USCCA. So, and I think, by the way, I think they had already made that decision. Someone had told me that he was gone before this whole thing happened, but they made a point of saying, "Yeah, Tim Kennedy's not our guy anymore." So, Tim Kennedy, I don't know. He doesn't look like he's got a future in the Second Amendment community anymore, and. Like I said, he never rubbed me the right way. So it just wasn't somebody I was all that excited about. And then with his background and all the stupid things that he said and the way he put his foot in his mouth, I truly wish him the best of luck. And I hope he changes his views on some of the anti-gun stuff that he believes. So that's that. So everybody that was using that as an excuse to hate USCCA, it's gone now.
That video was so promising. Started with JP Sears. I was
I
excited.
know. He's hilarious. I didn't recognize the other two ladies. I don't know who
didn't
they
either.
are,
I don't either.
I don't either.
but I know who JP Sears is.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
I
How many
love
were
him.
you guys fooled by him when you first saw him?
No.
I was. I was like, is this? He was so ridiculous. I thought it was real.
Really?
No.
I believed his shtick. And I'm like a babe in the forest, you know?
So innocent.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching. I'm Michael from Gun Owners Radio. If you liked what you saw, please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and make a comment. Help us out. Go to gunownersradio.com. Thanks for watching.